And the winner is... These are blank. What? I'm supposed to choose the winner? How am I supposed to choose the winner? So we have to do another trailer war then. Okay, another Trailer Wars episode. Roll the thing. What up, everybody? Welcome to Trailer Park, the movie review show that focuses on the trailers of the movies. I'm your host, Richard Barlow, and today we're doing another Trailer Wars. So last week, 2 trailers came out for movies that are both very much Oscar contenders and both really making it clear that that's what they're going for. Now, if I were to have just reviewed these trailers on their own, they both would have gotten really good grades. They both probably would have been about B+ to A range. So I thought instead of that, I would compare the two and put them up against each other in a Trailer Wars. And for today's categories, we're basing it all off of things that the Academy Awards normally look for. Things that have been proven in the past to work when it comes to getting the awards. So the movies we're looking at today are The Front Runner and First Man. All right, let's get to round 1. So we'll start just by giving a quick rundown of each cast. Now when it comes to The Front Runner, we have Hugh Jackman, Vera Farmiga, J.K. Simmons, Alfred Molina, and Kevin Pollak, just to name a few. There's also a lot of comedians and stand-up comics in more serious roles, which is something that the Academy likes when looking at an ensemble. First Man also has a stellar cast with Ryan Gosling, Claire Foy, Jason Clarke, Kyle Chandler, and Corey Stoll. Again, just to name a few. The actors in The Front Runner seem to have more award show experience. They're a more senior cast, and the Academy does like to look at seniority. With First Man, although it's a very talented cast, they are a little younger with not as much award show experience. So although it's not rare to see a young person win an Academy Award, the Oscars do normally tend to side with the more senior actors. So for that reason, this round is going to The Front Runner. Now when it comes to The Front Runner in terms of historical relevance, as much as it is an important event and something that really impacted media and politics, it's not something that's huge today. Gary Hart isn't a household name, and it's not an event that's still taught. It's just a very interesting story that happened in the 80s.
My name's Gary Hart, and I'm running for president.
First Man, on the other hand, is a huge historical event. Everyone knows who Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin are. The first man on the moon is an amazing accomplishment, and it's something that is still taught in schools today. So this round is going to go to First Man. When it comes to current cultural relevance, that's where The Front Runner really shines through. This is a story about a presidential candidate who was the front runner during the election and had it all destroyed when the media revealed a love affair he was having. In today's society, when the president is raging war against the media and everything they're saying about him, including love affairs and so much more, doesn't seem to matter at all, this story is a very significant one and one that probably should be told.
He is a man with power, and that takes certain responsibility.
With First Man, other than the president's space force that he wants to get going, there's not a lot of space talk that goes on anymore. We are still sending things up to Mars and discovering new things, but it's definitely not in the news as much. So this film isn't as strong with current relevance.
You're a bunch of boys. You don't have anything under control.
So round 3 is going to go to The Front Runner. Now both these movies have more to offer for the awards than just their stellar cast and their directors. The Front Runner is a period piece that's set in the 80s, and those always have a pretty good shot at awards for costume and hair and makeup. And of course, there's always a chance for writing as well. A story like this is definitely going to take some stellar writing skills.
Just because some other paper used gossip as front page news, I mean, that doesn't mean we have to.
It does. It does now.
First Man is also a period piece, so it also has a chance at costume and hair and makeup, and of course, it's going to need a good writer as well, so there's always that chance. But what First Man has that Frontrunner doesn't is a higher chance at things like sound mixing, sound editing, and cinematography. A rocket being blasted up into space is going to require excellent work out of all those categories.
We have serious problems.
So with this round, the edge goes to First Man. These two movies are neck and neck when it comes to the rounds all about the Academy Awards. So to decide the winner of today's Trailer Wars, it's going to come down, of course, to the trailer itself and the flow of the trailer. The Frontrunner flows really nice and really introduces you to what the story is going to be. A presidential candidate is looking like he's gonna win, and then the media gets their hands on some information, and shit hits the fan. We're not seeing much about what comes when the information gets out there, but we really see what the story's going to be about.
This campaign is about the future, not rumors, not sleaze, and I care about the sanctity of this process, whether you do or do not!
First Man doesn't have to tell us much about what the story is because we know it's about Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon. However, because it doesn't have to tell us much, that's where the trailer slips. It doesn't lay out much of what the story is actually going to be. There's shots of Neil Armstrong at home with his family, of him preparing, and of him going up into space. But they're all really quick shots, so we don't know what the majority of the movie is going to be. Is it going to be his journey up to space, or him at home with his family preparing for this dangerous trip? So although it does a good job of telling us what the story is going to be, the flow of it doesn't show us where most of the story is going to take place. So on the final round, the Frontrunner gets the slightest edge and comes out victorious. And there we have it. The Frontrunner manages to stay in the lead this time and takes the win. I do have to say that the Oscars are still anybody's game because in the Academy Award categories of this Trailer Wars, they were tied. They both got equal points. It was just the trailer of the Frontrunner that managed to squeeze it just a little bit ahead. But what did you think of the trailers? Did you prefer the Frontrunner as well, or would you have given the win to First Man? Also, who do you think is going to reign supreme at the Oscars? Let me know in the comments, and of course, let me know what trailers you'd like to see me review. If you like this video and you'd like to see more, then hit that subscribe button and the little bell. And check me out on social media. I'm on Twitter at Trailer Barlow, and on Instagram and Facebook at Trailer Park Movie Reviews. Okay, that's it for today, everybody. I will see you on Friday.